Welcome back to All the Bad Ideas. They're sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes legendary. Legend, wait for it. If you don't know that show, go watch How I Met Your Mother.
And go watch our last episode. We'll fill you in.
Yeah, it'll come up consistently for sure. I know you had the day off today. What'd you do?
I finished sewing my walk-in fit for our next home game.
Wow. Where'd the inspo come from?
Pinterest.
I want to hear when you started sewing because I know this is a new hobby of yours, kind of, but you're really good at it. So, how did it start and when?
I think it was 2024 summer, July of 2024. So it's been a whole year and 6 months.
Simple math. Carry the one.
I have never had any interest in sewing because I thought it would be really, really hard. And there are things that are hard, but it's really not as hard as it seems. My grandma was sick and knew she was dying, so she was giving people things, and so she was giving all the girls in the family a featherweight sewing machine, which is like an antique. It only does a straight stitch, but people buy them because they're just like made really beautifully, and they keep them on a shelf sometimes. So she'd given me one of those. The plan was for her to teach me how to use it before she passed, but she didn't. So it sat in a box, and I actually brought it to Cedar City with me. It was sitting in a box in Cedar City.
And then I worked you to death, so you couldn't use it.
Yeah, and then he just had no free time. No, I just didn't know how to use it, so I like didn't open it. Yeah, I just was like, I need a new hobby, and I had forgotten that I had a sewing machine. I had literally just had that thought like a week prior. I was like, I need a new hobby, and I was thinking, I kind of kept thinking about sewing, kept thinking about it, but I didn't do anything about it. And then my aunt and my uncle were like driving through town, and they stopped at our house for literally an hour just because there was some kind of weird traffic jam as they were driving through Vegas back to Utah. And I was like, can you teach me how to use this? And she taught me how to use it in like 30 minutes. And I think previously to that, I had seen this girl on Instagram. Her username is Sewing with Solana. And it was one of those where I was like, she makes patterns and sells them. And I was like, I really think it's one of those moments of like, hey, I think I can do that. This looks really easy. So I bought 3 of her patterns. I bought a kind of like a vest, shorts, and then a dress. And then she has YouTube videos, so then I watched them and made those 3 things. And then from there, I just kind of, because I feel like once you have those 3 things, you can make anything from those things. And so then, yeah, I just started creating my own patterns and testing things out and figuring it out.
That's legit. And now you're a pro, honestly.
Not bad. Not bad. I don't do anything that intricate, but it's fun.
So it came from Pinterest today, the inspiration.
Yeah.
Do we get a sneak peek?
It is currently the washer, so no. I'm trying to shrink the collar because I hated how the collar came out. I did actually wash it beforehand. Like, you're supposed to wash your fabric beforehand and shrink it beforehand. I do sometimes, and sometimes I don't, and sometimes it's always a happy accident of like, then I wash the final thing and then it shrinks to just how I want it. It was like, wow, that was perfect. And then sometimes it ruins it, so. I don't have a rhyme or reason, but yeah, I'm watching right now, hoping that it might shrink the collar. Because, like, I wanted the collar, it's kind of a jacket, just simply because the fabric is a little bit thicker, so it looks a little, and I made it baggier. It's not like a shirt. I mean, I don't know how to explain it really, and I guess I could try to pull up a picture on my laptop of it, but anyway, buttons up. But the collar, I wanted it to be really, like, short and just kind of just stand straight up like a collar should, and I still haven't figured out how to do it, and I haven't watched any videos or tried to really learn how to do it. I just kind of was free for all, going for it.
Hey, that's the best way to learn.
It is, if I knew how to like go from there. Like, a lot of things, like, once you make the pattern, you can figure it out. But I actually like wouldn't know what to do different to fix this. So I'm a little stuck. But I think,
and it's not a good time to learn when it's tomorrow. It's like, I gotta figure out how to do this.
Yeah. But for next time, I was gonna try and show you the pattern, but essentially, like, the collar, like, the bottom of it has to be the same, like, dimensions of, like, the neck of the shirt, right? But then I think, like, the top half of it, I need to, like, shorten the distance of it. I don't know how to explain it or if this makes any sense, but I think it's too, like, it like, looks like a flower almost, like it goes wider versus like shrinking at the top to like pull it in, because then it's like wavy at the top and it like balloons out and looks kind of silly. Yeah, it is what it is. So.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah,
the one yesterday was really cute.
Thanks.
Like, really cute.
I'm just like into sets right now. I can't seem to just make like one thing. I need to make like a top and a bottom. I don't know why.
I get what you're saying. I think it's I don't even know when that came into style when you think about it. You know, it's like all of a
Thanks for
sudden
that.
you weren't cool if you had a
Yeah.
set, and now you're awesome. It's like, oh, so chic.
Yeah.
So you could be wearing joggers and they match your top color, and you're like, wow, you're the coolest person I
Yeah.
know.
It must have been when athleisure became,
Yeah, that
like
makes sense.
like
And also even the term athleisure.
I don't know.
Like,
I hate
why
it.
is that a thing? Everyone just accepts it? We're not questioning the word athleisure.
Because we've slowly declined of like wanting to get dressed and we have found ways to
Mm. I'm just glad that society finally caught up to
I
my
know.
high school and college. You're not very happy about
To
that.
be comfy. I hate it.
I'm super happy about that. Yeah,
Anyway,
you're super good at sewing, so, and I can't wait to see more designs.
thanks. I know I'm losing inspiration. I think it's because for some reason I don't want to make the one exciting thing about this set that I was making, and I kind of ran out of time today, but as I was making it, it's something like the top isn't something I'd made before yet, but it looks very simple. But I've made the shorts like I really haven't made it a million times, but I feel like I have shorts are like really easy and I can make them really quickly. I feel like I could teach anyone how to make shorts. They're just like it's like you sew four
Sign
lines.
me up.
Yeah. Um,
Teach me.
but I was gonna try to like add embellishments to these. So like I did not want to sew pockets into the shorts because I just was being lazy today. And they're not hard, it just is that much of an extra step that I just wasn't worried about today. Pockets that go like in your side seam, right? They're like hidden between the seams. Whereas like I was like maybe I could just sew like a external pocket like you would think like of on a jacket or a vest. So I was gonna do those like on the butt of the shorts, but I didn't do it yet. I was gonna add things like that because it was a simple design to sew, but then
Mm.
add like, fun thread and then the pockets and see what I could do with, stitch design or something. And that would make it more fun.
Are you wearing leggings or something underneath? I didn't mean to say that. It's more like tights. That's what they
Yeah.
call it now.
Yeah.
Tights.
That's what they call it now. How
I
old are
haven't worn
you?
them since I was 5, when my mom made me wear them for like pictures with Santa, so I don't know. I don't even own any.
I love tights.
They're super tight.
Yeah, but like there are
Like
so
cool
many.
tight.
Uh,
Yeah, there's so many
I
ways you can wear them.
yeah, but there's fun designs now, like polka dots or like stripes or ribbed or sparkly. Like that's fun.
Yeah,
It's like an accessory.
really juices up an outfit.
Zhuzh.
Just,
Isn't that a Midwestern term?
I don't
Actually, I
know.
haven't met a single
I don't
person who did that
know.
here.
Yeah. So are you gonna wear like shorts in Michigan at this time? It's pretty cray cray.
I don't know.
Are you gonna do it? Are you wearing some tights?
No, I will be wearing tights.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, and you taught me about the lined ones.
Yeah. The
So
fleece lined ones.
yeah,
I
that's
know I haven't
brilliant.
decided what color because like I have red, black, brown, and blue tights. Or white.
Mm,
White tights are for a very specific occasion and a very specific style.
okay.
And I want to pull them out. I just haven't. Maybe that needs to be the inspiration. What would I wear with white
Blue?
tights? And then I need to make
Blue's
that.
thrown me for a loop way more than
Like
white.
dark navy.
Okay. I was thinking
Midnight.
almost like this blue or like a royal blue, and I was like,
Yeah.
how are we gonna
Still
incorporate that?
fun. Still fun. But not with green.
Okay, that makes sense.
I use green fabric. White could be interesting, actually.
It sounds like you would go. Shoes might probably are really important, right?
Yeah.
With the
Yeah.
white tights.
Yes.
Can
A
make a
lot of
song.
times, like what I
White
picture
tights.
with white tights is like your strappy, like open toed heels or like ballerina flats. Like,
Mm,
yeah. Can you picture what I'm saying?
yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I also want to make a song about these tights. White tights. Feels right. In the daylight. Just
Oh,
might.
good.
If anyone wants to have a rap battle with me, try it. Good
You
luck.
know what I found out?
What?
We can go live with an audience. I don't think the audience can
Do they
participate, so I
want?
wouldn't be able to have someone stand up and try to rap battle you, but
Hmm.
that's why my brain went there.
That would be so good.
That would be really funny.
That'd be really entertaining. Things that you learned this week. Do you want me to start or you want to start?
You can start.
Okay. So I was at dinner with a friend
Okay.
and she's really good at gardening. It also helps she's in her 60s. I think I should say that because she's not our age. She's been gardening for quite a long time. I am super passionate about nature and plants and animals. And there's actually a lot more I want to go into. Like, as I'm thinking about this, avocados and how they grow are coming to mind. And that's just another story for another day. But we ended up talking about how there's a community garden in her area and she went to go see the bees. I was waiting for your response. We also should preface the story by letting everyone know that Berkeley and bees are best friends. She absolutely hates them. Would you say that they're your number one fear in life?
I feel like that's absolutely ridiculous, so it
Right.
can't be my number one,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, it's up there.
I just wanted to
Top
put you
three.
into a corner. So I
I'm
was
aware of how
waiting.
ridiculous that fear is. It's called an irrational fear for a reason, okay?
So don't come at me. So we were talking about these bees, and we got to insert the picture that I took of you at school in the bee lab, because people do that. That was a good one. And it was so interesting to hear and to her talk about these facts about bees. And then I remembered some facts that I learned in my biology class. I don't know about anyone else. Also, side quest. I did pretty well in college, not in biology. Got a solid D minus, and I think that was they felt kind of bad for me, so that's why they didn't fail me. But
The sciences for me didn't make it out of high school, so you did better than me.
it's okay.
Except you
We
got a
all have our
degree
strengths.
in
It's just
science.
that's another thing too. Oh my gosh. People are like, "What was your degree in?" And I'm like,
Science.
"Science." And they're like chemistry, biology, and I'm like,
All of
"Science."
the above.
Exactly. I'm not joking around. It's the only thing I remember from biology. And I wanted to look up the exact facts because I thought it was super important that we knew exact ones. So basically, they have dances, and certain types of dances mean certain things and they communicate to each other. It's impressive. And I love to dance. So that's probably why me and bees get along. And I also, side note, love honey. Like love, love, love honey. It's one of my favorite foods. Can you consider that a food? I think someone can correct me, but I'm pretty sure you can like survive off of honey. Anywho, so
I think I've
one's
heard that
called,
too.
yeah, it's got to be true. One's called the waggle dance. Apparently, this is the most common one. And the direction, which is the angle of the waggle, is the direction of the food relative to the sun. I'll give you an example at the end here. The distance, which is the length of the waggle, is how far away it is. And then quality. So more enthusiasm equals better food quality. So example is a bee waggles at a 30-degree angle left of vertical is fly 30 degrees left of the sun and find amazing flowers.
How
Isn't
did
that
they know that?
crazy? God, just instill that. It's innate. That's the answer, I guess. But how isn't that amazing how great they communicate?
I don't want
So
to like bees. I don't want to know this.
yep, no, you're gonna love them by the end of this conversation. The second one is called the round dance, and it's when food is very close within 150 feet. And ChatGPT says what it means. Good food nearby, go look around. I thought that was cute to add.
Go look in a circle.
Yeah, exactly. Go look yourself. The third one is the tremble dance. This one's about workflow, not food. What it means we're overloaded with nectar. So it signals other bees to start processing nectar into honey. I knew about all of the dances. Shout out Bio 212 for teaching me that in college. She was telling me about drone bees that I did not know about. It doesn't say specifically here, but she had mentioned that like only four bees come. All of the workers, there's a queen bee and all of the workers, they're all female. And so only four drones she said come into the hive and maybe, that's a thing. But this one says something happens that's different. Holy cow, it's super interesting. So it says drones are the male bees and their lives are short and intense. So what drones do, they only have one job and it's to mate with the queen bee. They don't collect nectar, they don't make honey, they don't defend the hive, they don't even sting. So even only the female.
Do they look different?
Yeah, I think they're bigger. We'll insert a picture to help. I actually
I
couldn't
will
tell
not.
you right now,
I
but
will
yeah.
not. I cannot look at
Okay.
pictures of these. Go Google
So
it
the
for yourself.
mating happens during the spring and the summer, and the queens fly to special areas called drone congregation areas. Do they have signs? Put out little picket signs? I'm totally kidding. Multiple drones chase the queen midair. And are you ready for this? When a drone mates successfully, his reproductive organ breaks off and he immediately dies.
I can already picture that like cartoon children's movie about the male drone who wants to live a different life and doesn't want to mate and he's off trying to do his own thing and that's his story and then at the end he does and then he dies.
You're onto something. That's really funny, actually.
I'm gonna defy my parents and do something different.
Born to be great.
I'm going to be a worker bee.
That's funny. So when the
I hate this
queen.
conversation, just so you know. I hate it a lot.
Okay, okay. Well, that's my job is to make you better, so I'm glad you're uncomfortable. I'm just kidding. This is another crazy thing. When fall comes and if food gets scarce, worker bees kick the drones out of the hive, and the drones can't feed themselves, and so they starve and die outside.
I
So
don't want to
sad.
feel sympathy for a bee.
Yeah, I know. So I should mention this too, because this is a really important fact. It's like, why do bees matter? Because like people will kill. I don't kill bees. I actually have a funny story about a bee. Now that we're on this subject. Still so mad. Happened when I was 9 years old. Um, why this matters. Bees pollinate 75% of flowering plants and directly impact food like apples, almonds, blueberry, and coffee. We know there's a lot of coffee lovers out there. And they're basically essential for ecosystems and human survival. So bees are super important. So yeah, but I think bees are amazing creatures. I know that you hate them, but I wish that we could show people a video to talk about a story about you. I remember we were recruiting and we were outside the Vegas Convention Center and there was these trees with a lot of flowers on them and bees were just doing their job, pollinating, and you are running away squealing, not even like screaming and like
I like
just
attention. If there's a bee, I will cause a scene.
and you don't want
Beware.
anyone to look at you ever, but if bees are there, I
Never.
don't care. It's
Get
happening.
me out of there.
Yeah, so bees are really cool. So the story is one time I was swimming and I was 9 years old in this pool, and this little bee is struggling and it's dying. And if can you imagine drowning? Well, I can, and I don't want to, so I'm gonna save other things that are. And so this bee is struggling, and so I'm like, I got you, and I like pick it up, and I'm carrying it to the side, and like right when we were getting to the side, I was about to put it down, and it stings me. And I thought that once, and I think it is true that once a bee stings you, it dies. And so I was like so mad at it. I was like, that's what you get. I was trying to save your life, and you died anyway. Why are you trying to hurt me? I'm trying to save you. Yeah, I don't know how I forgot about this one. I'm not sure you know this fact. I was chased by a swarm of bees once.
I
I was
feel
at a
like you
track
told me,
meet
and
my
like we
freshman year
talked
of high
about.
school.
It's probably one of those stories that I've blacked out
Right.
because I don't want to
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah. People were like running in the middle of the grass or in the middle of the track. I know there's a name for it. I can't think of it. We'll just call it home base. I know it's not. And I was like, why is everyone like freaking out? And all of a sudden I hear zzz, just flying around. And then I think I got stung 8 to 10 times. And I just didn't know what to do. And then I remembered, don't the movies are like, don't run. That's when they chase you. I don't, so I stopped.
I don't know.
I thought that's how that's how it works. It's like if you run, that's when the swarm. So I actually froze. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna panic. And then I just got stung a few more times. I'm like, screw this. And so I sprinted away and then I actually got away from it. But anyway, there was like a beehive that,
I feel like you proved your theory wrong, and you should
yeah,
not
yeah,
stand
yeah,
still.
yeah. Yeah. So, if you ever find yourself in that situation, I recommend run.
I almost did. I was hiking with Blink and went under this log because we were in this ravine. Anyway, I didn't hear it or notice it, but I think that there was a wasp nest hanging from this log. And it's like I was following Blink and I must have bumped it and I like heard it and it came after me and I just started screaming bloody murder and took off up this ravine. It got me in the ear, but I was convinced that there was a pack of them following me and I was fine. I got away because I'm fast, but it was so scary. Never seen someone run so quickly and nimbly over rocks and wood and water to get away from bees.
You can
I
count on
probably
you.
looked like a friggin' superhero.
My cape was flying in the back. That's hilarious.
Speaking of capes and animals, did you know that there's octopuses that have capes or blankets attached to them? A blanket octopus is what it's called. I learned that this week. I don't remember
That's
anything about it. I just know
amazing.
that you would like that.
I do so much. National Geographic doesn't get enough credit, but that is really cool.
Octopuses are crazy. Octopi.
I know.
Whatever.
Is
I
that
thought it
when you
was.
said
I was like,
octopuses? I was like, is that the
octopuses.
plural? Just like cold
Cold to sec.
sackies. Okay, that's what it was. I couldn't even remember.
If you're feeling left out, watch episode 1.
Cool's to sacks.
Yeah.
Octopi. Yeah,
Octopi.
we need to. Maybe I just could shout out animals the more that we do this. That reminds me of, do you remember driving back from recruiting in Utah and we just for hours went over the groups
Yes.
of animals? That was really fun.
Yeah.
We'll do
You'd
that one
explain
day
it better
too.
than me, but like different, like, so all the animals, groups of them have different names. Like if you think of a
Yeah,
group of, what was it, ravens or crows, it's a murder. And
murder,
then
right.
what's some other ones? I don't remember them as well as you
The only
do.
one I remember off the top of my head is a group of rhinos is called a crash.
Right.
Yeah. And there's so many
Yeah.
incredible
There's a
One's
lot of them.
there's a parliament of something. They're pretty regal. And then some are like, oh, that sucks that that's your name.
Yeah, herd, pack, swarm, but then they get pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was a really fun time. Animals are the best. What did you learn? Was that the octopus one
That
or
was
something else?
like one of them. No, that was probably my big one. This week, well, recently, I feel like I learned or was confirmed because I love rom-coms, but rom-coms are not dead. They're coming back full force. If you haven't seen the movie People We Meet on Vacation, go watch it. This is not endorsed in any way. Just a big fan, huge fan. Yeah, I am telling everyone needs to go watch it. I
And
love
you
that
read
movie.
that book?
I did, and it wasn't even
Okay.
my favorite. It was very
Mm.
average to me. But the
So would you
movie,
say that the movie was better? I'm just kidding.
no, the movie was not better. Because I
Wow.
actually, because the book was very average to me. After the movie, I went back and reread the book, and I was like, yeah, this is great. But the movie did a very, very, very good job. The hard part is it was not like usually people compare movie adaptations based on how well they recreate the book, like scene for scene or whatever. Basically, everything from the book was like scrapped. So the like recreation like wasn't great. But the two main characters, fantastic, were the
Mhm.
epitome of the characters from the book. And then it just felt like an extension of the book the way they did the movie. Everything was on brand and felt like it fit in the book. It just was set in different places and different experiences that told the same story. So they did a great job. I was really impressed.
That's awesome. I agree. Great movie. Well, liked it so much I watched it twice in the week.
I watched it back to back on a plane.
Wait, what? I thought only psychopaths did that. Please don't tell me that. I can't look at you the same. What? I've never done that in my life. You watched it and then it ended and you're like replay it. A song I get. A
Well, okay, not
movie?
immediately because we were literally getting off the plane, but I'm pretty sure. Okay, where were we? We were coming home. I feel like I watched it as soon as I got home. Like, yeah, it was not end credits play again, but like
Same day.
pretty quickly. Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
I've probably watched it 4 or 5 times since it's come out.
Hmm. Yeah. You are a big fan.
It came out January 9th. I don't know actually. I couldn't verify that right now, but
That's okay.
yeah.
That's pretty wild. I know we recently talked about this, but it reminds me of the time that we watched back-to-back movies. We
Mhm.
watched when we were recruiting, we watched Burlesque and then the Boston bomber documentary.
Moulin
They,
Rouge and then that.
what'd you say?
We watched Moulin Rouge.
Oh my gosh. We
Yeah.
watched Moulin Rouge and then the Boston
Yeah.
bomber
Yeah.
and Boston bomber documentary and they, go hand in hand.
Yeah.
They're really
Same
similar.
vibes.
Something that I don't think you are similar to me in this sense. I've learned something about myself that I love to do a lot of different things and I can't do the same thing for too long. It's why I like hiking and being outside, but don't take me on a hike that's more than 5 or 6 hours. Like watching those back-to-back movies with you, I've never done that before. And so the fact, even like this, how you watch the same movie in the same day, it's kind of like having the same thing for lunch and dinner. Like that's illegal.
I do all those things. I will eat the same meal for a week and I've watched like 5 or 6 movies in a row.
The same
Probably
movie,
the
like breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
same meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yes.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done it for a week. Delicious. Low effort, efficiency. If it
Yeah.
tasted good the first time, it's gonna keep tasting good.
Yeah, I can't do it. If it's like before, and I'm really not this regimented as a person, and I know
No,
you
you're
know
not.
that, of like, if it's before noon, it's weird to have non-breakfast foods. Or
Uh-huh.
like past 12:30 or 1, it's weird to have breakfast foods. Like there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh, I love breakfast for dinner. And we know that the team always asks for that. And I was,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
It's
It's
just like
weird
there's
how
rules.
opposite we are in like everything.
We're similar in volleyball. And actually, that was a shallow answer. We're similar in character and morals. Like yesterday when you were talking about having good people around and what it meant to be a good friend, because I think you're a really good friend. I think that we value the same thing there. So,
Yeah.
where it
Same
counts.
important stuff.
Exactly.
We don't have to agree on watching movies for 10 hours or eating the same things.
It's so true. And then, as promised, we got to talk about nickname. Have you ever had a nickname before that stood out to you? Family member or friend that called you?
No.
Okay. What about Burkadirk?
Yeah, but like only one person called me that. Did you
Okay.
know that? Someone actually called me that?
No, but
Yeah.
They more people should.
Yeah. I've only had one person. They call me that consistently, but like only one person in my life.
I kind of want to.
I mean, I'll answer.
When I think of you, you don't know this, but gonna call you in my head. I go, Berkeley.
You have answered the phone like that a couple times.
Okay, I didn't actually know that. So Quave has become a nickname, and I think the best nicknames of all. I mean, obviously, I have to start from something. So
Yes.
I have this Australian Shepherd, and he's 9, gonna be 9, February 20th, and he was absolutely psychotic when he was a child.
Still is.
Basically, and yeah, he's slowed down a little bit, but oh my goodness, he would purposely get in trouble. Like you could tell he was just trying to piss you off. It's hidden talent. And so I would and actually he was pretty fearless. Like he was crazy, just like what he would do. So I'm like, oh my gosh, Steele, you're so crazy. And then it turned into playfulness of you're so crazy, and then that turned into quazy, and then the final and polished product is Kuwaite. It even may have like been you're crazy to Kuwait crazy like a lisp, and then but yeah, now it's Kuwaite. So when we mess around with people and something's nuts, you can just say you're so Kuwaite.
It is latched on. I say it every once in a while.
You do. That's so good. So nicknames are the best. I haven't had any good ones.
I know. Nicknames are a big deal. Like the only I've been called like B or Burke. That's
Mm.
like really it consistently. I got called B overseas because no one could say my name overseas. So that was my name overseas was B. But yeah, B and Burke. But like growing up, my brother played football, Little League football, and my dad coached his team. And so I was like, there was just 100 boys at these solo practices, and they did it for years. And so I got to know them. And I think guys give the best nicknames because they don't give a f about anything and hurting feelings, and they're just being funny. And like two of like my favorites that stand out were one kid came to a football practice wearing like a dark purple jersey, and he got called grape juice, and that was his name forever. His name is grape juice. Like his name was Jacob, but like I his we his he is known to everyone as grape juice.
Grape juice.
And then there's another kid who loved Alabama, would wear an Alabama jersey. They called him Bama. His name was Kai. Bama.
That's
What a great
cute.
nickname.
That's
Like
hilarious. You're
I love
right.
when they have absolutely nothing to do with your
Yeah,
name.
right.
Those
Or
are my
your
favorite.
life. Like, are you from
Right.
Alabama? No.
Just a hardcore fan.
That's
And grape
awesome.
juice, like that one is just so out of the blue. But and I
You're
know that
right.
there was way more, but those are the two that I remember
Yeah.
that I'm
Boys are the best, which makes me think about the day I realized that girls and boys are not the same. Next time, next
next
episode,
time.
we'll talk about how I started to have different expectations for the male species.
Don't want to miss that.